40 chairman, vice chair, Tricia Leclerc, member, Mike Hennessy, minutes clerk, Laura Renaud, health agent, Bruce Wilson. Welcome public, whatever. Okay, so first order of business is the review of the minutes from March 8th.
Motion to accept. Make a motion to accept.
Trish, you want to second it?
I second that.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those abstain, so carried. Thanks. So I guess the only two things on there that maybe we should reiterate on the old minutes was PetSmart. Have they gotten a letter, and what have they done with that? Do you know?
I gotta go down there and
Okay.
something to pull it out.
Okay. And then
Today was hectic. It was
yeah, okay. And then the other
just
thing
for me and
was
I in the office all day.
just for you, Rob, Market Basket continues to have stuff all over. I told the manager again, I told him, I said, you know, it's becoming a nuisance to have to keep reminding him once a week. If I was there every day, it would be every day. But I'm not gonna go there every day. It's kind of like approaching ridiculousness. Anyway, so I don't know, we're gonna have to find, start figuring out what to do with that. Anyway, so I guess that was the only two things I wanted to bring up for the old minutes. Okay,
I know Robbie, feel free to chime in. Robbie and I had spoken, and the two of us thought we would go down there and offer a few suggestions on how they can arrange the cabinet a little better.
yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
get
it
some
was
better
like,
airflow.
today it was like ricotta cheese, yogurt, some other material, and then the whole other cheese. It wasn't as bad as I've seen, but instead of 3/4 covered, it was half, or instead of fully covered, it was half.
So
They're still not doing it, you know.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they have a, like, maybe it was up that high and it came down halfway, but there's still like 20. So what they do is they line them up in front. So after they get like 18 inches by the package of cheese are 8 inches by 8, they put 2 rows high, 18 by 8 by 10 by 8, and then they put the whole strip in front. So those blocks are like 2 by 2 by 8 inches all the way across. And
Yeah,
boom.
so Robbie's gonna talk to them about that and come up
Right.
with some ideas, right, Vin?
Yeah, the two of us were gonna
That's
go.
it.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so let's give that a little bit of time, but
Okay.
keep it in the back of the mind, okay?
Okay, yeah, thanks, Trish. So anyway, while Bruce was out on his vacay there, I went over to Larry Liquors a couple of times on North Main Street, and first time I went by, there was a couple of bags, but there was also a guy either changing tires on his trailer. So 2 days later, I went back, and one of the tires was on top, a similar tire, it was like a trailer tire, so a 14-inch by whatever, 25-inch tire was on the top of the bank, and there was another one below the bank. So then I said, well, you know what, I gotta get out here and look. There was a couple of bags of I'll call it donations trash. So I looked over the bank and that's when I kind of said, that's it, this is done. Not only are they getting rid of the tires, they're cleaning the entire bank because it is a wetland down there. It was filled with stuff from paper to metal to plastic bins. So I had Laura send them an email, and I think what we'll do in the future on most of this stuff here is we'll have all the businesses, we should have their email for purposes of sending them billing or notices. But what we can do is when we're giving them a 24-hour notice or a 48-hour notice, and we can state that in the email, we'll state that, you're in violation of this. We're using the general commercial bylaw. You have 48 hours and 1 minute to correct it. If it's something where it continually happens, then we'll do it the other way. You have 24 hours to remove that stuff from that place. In this case, I want the whole bank cleaned. I didn't have a chance to go look at it today, but the tires were gone. And there were 2 big boxes of junk in front of the bin. So I don't know. I think I asked Bruce to take a look, go see if the bank is clean. And we could also say, you can clean that by the 23rd of April. What's below the banking, not above, as your Earth Day compliance thing. But I don't know if we should be that generous. I don't know, whatever. That trash has been down there for years. So in any event.
So Vinny, on the application,
Right.
we have spots for contact information.
Okay, good.
So
We should
we-
have emails.
Yep,
Yeah,
email and phone numbers, the 24,
Okay.
24
And
hour
then,
hotline.
and then another one that had to do with North Main Street, but not mainly Larry, because the plaza near the Dairy Queen and near the anyway,
The old sub.
the church that's down there. The dumpster is full to the top. The whole bank is covered with trash. And it hasn't been there just a week or two. It's been there months. But there was also plumbing left over and a display case, which today is still there. That's over a week now. So I think I'd asked Laura to send them an email saying they need to clean it. If we didn't, then we can send that email, give them 24 hours to clean it. It happens to be left over from Subway.
Subway. And they've-
Subway,
They've
but
vacated
whenever
the premises.
Tenant moves out, the landowner is responsible for making sure they put their stuff in a dumpster or take it away with them. Leaving it all over the banking so you can see it is totally unacceptable.
I'll get together. with-
Yeah, so I think if
with
we
Betsy
haven't,
at the assessor's office and get the,
Right.
because there's a new owner of the building
is it,
too.
okay, if we haven't had, like I said, emails in the past, we can use that one to get that done. And then Bruce can go out later and take care of it. So I guess that's that for that one. And the other thing was, I think we need to get a Home Depot letter. I was in there 4 days ago, and some person had their service dog in there, as they call it. It was not a service dog. The dog was being fed by an employee, jumping up on the employee, and moving on a 25-foot leash, those retractable, at least 15 feet away. But that said, the guy makes some comment. When I commented, there was a violation. I didn't hear that, but another person with me heard that. So when I heard that, I said, "Sir, what service does that dog provide you?" And then he promptly F-bombed me, and I'll say that that's inappropriate. And I think either Home Depot comes in and we talk to the new manager stating that from this point on, anytime there's a dog in there that's not a service dog, we will fine them until we get our law corrected to fine one or both of them.
Then you have to be careful with that because you can't ask them what service the dog.
Oh, no, I
provides.
asked them, what service does that dog
Actually,
provide you? That is
The
in the
record,
state law, and that is the only thing you can ask him.
there's 2 questions, yeah. There's
Right.
2 questions you can ask. And that, actually, Trish, that is one of the questions you can ask.
And guess what? He was not very nice, and I'm surprised because it was an older guy. And he just promptly walked away right in the store to do whatever he was gonna do. At that point, if I wasn't busy, Home Depot would have got a fine. It was blatant and whatever. The employee that was playing with the dog or feeding it is a long-term employee, was there well back in the day when my wife worked there. So, it's not like a new person doesn't know the rules. I think what Kelly brought up, and maybe you brought up in the past, is they're not training their employees. We keep getting new managers in, so they don't know they have a responsibility to train employees. I
agree. I mean, it's all education.
Right,
of
that
getting
needs
them
to correct itself, because in the meantime, right now, we can't find the dog person. We can only find the store. So I'm gonna say, from now on, the store gets fined. I just take a picture of it and then,
Actually, you can
Yeah.
find them. It's a $50 fine.
well, whatever, okay, but in any event, their employees need to
But
be trained.
the hard part, Trish, is Vinny forgot to tell you that the dog was wearing a vest that said service dog on it.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, it's
Oh,
kind of tough. You gotta almost have to take the guy's.
Well, no,
word
what
for
happened
it.
was Trish, my girlfriend was in front, so when she saw that, the dog, I said something, I was like 20 feet back. So the dog was pointing towards me because I was talking, and he was looking at me. And I couldn't see this little triangle, which is Velcroed on, a regular harness that you use on a dog, plus the little, what do you call those, insulated, because it was a cold morning, insulated vest. So the point is, when I said, sir, you can't be in the store with that dog, because I didn't see any vest. He promptly said something like, can't you read, So I didn't hear that, because he said it soft enough that the only person who heard it was the employee, him, and my girlfriend. So she walked over and told me what he said. And I said, really? That's what I did with the, what service? And then in the top of his voice, he F-bombed me in front of 5 other people's customers, 2 employees, and the 2 registered people. So, I just said, unbelievable. And that's at that point, I just said, that's it. I think we either have 2 choices, and you guys can make the decision. We either bring in a new manager and do like we've done in the past, maybe 5 times ago. You're either gonna train your employees, and you're gonna I want a signed thing saying every employee has been trained on what to say and what to look for people coming in with dogs. And if they don't do it, then they're gonna get fined. Or the other choice is, we just simply fine them and don't get them a chance to come in here to a meeting and get, how do I say it, lectured on what you'll do. So I don't know, it's your choice. Because I'm gonna tell you next time, I'm just gonna flat out fine the store.
Trish, if I can, I wanted to make a suggestion. I think what we should do is hold a meeting or a public meeting to educate and invite Market Basket, Walmart.
Okay, yeah,
Invite them to our meeting so that we can all get them in. I know the woman from Whole Foods, when I was over there, spoke to her, and she's all in favor and willing to help and
Okay.
participate. But I think it's all in educating
Okay.
the people at the door that, they're the first catching it.
okay, yeah, what do you think about that, Trish? That
After
sounds like
somebody's, long gone.
because I don't want to single out Home Depot, even though technically they're the
Oh,
one I
it's
see the most.
Walmart,
But it happens at Market Basket. Somebody called while Bruce was on his, what's called, early winter vacation, whatever. And that person, I guess, wasn't happy with me because I called him back and I said, I talked to him and he said, well, that's not what I wanted you to do. I think that person wanted me to fine him. But I said, I didn't witness it. You were not able to provide me.
I think that's a good idea, Bruce. And then what we can do
Yeah.
is ask each company what corporate is suggesting, for like
Yeah.
suggesting how they handle it as well. Because I mean, with it being a state law, they must have something in place corporate wise, I would think.
And I think it would only be the stores with a food permit, correct? Like Walmart, Market Basket, Whole Foods, Stop and Shop.
Well,
Home Depot.
my other thought is maybe what we should do is invite Ken Amway to the meeting and let him maybe put a little article together on it.
Okay,
Get it out to the public, so.
that's fine.
people
Yeah,
are-
so I mean, we
Not
can do
everybody
this.
knows, a lot of people get to the door, and they don't
Yeah.
even realize it's, they're not
So-
supposed to be in it.
How are we gonna advertise this? How are we gonna do that? We can just do a public announcement?
Well, let's pick a meeting date, let me have a chance to put some stuff
Okay.
together. I
Well,
mean,
not next
like I said,
meeting. Why don't we do the meeting? Let's see. So the next one's about the 5th or 6th or whatever it is of April, or is it right?
think we need to be careful putting it on some of these stores though,
Yeah.
because you're gonna have a lot of kids, a lot of teenagers work at like Market Basket, work at
Yeah.
these grocery stores, and you really shouldn't put a 16, 17-year-old.
No, but what they would do is go get a
You're right,
supervisor
you
or
better
a
stress that.
department head
Yeah.
and have that person do it. I agree with that,
To
yeah.
get a manager,
Yeah.
because you're gonna have I mean, they're kids working a job, you're not.
Right,
not supposed to.
What we noticed, well, what I noticed mostly in Market Basket and Home Depot, the kids are either running a register, but there's adults there too,
Right,
or they're stocking. That person really,
yeah, but they're the ones in the aisles
right.
that are seeing.
I don't think they're the ones that, the people look to, because this other person that called while Bruce was out said, he talked to the manager, manager said, what do you want me to do?
Right.
Now, that's a bad attitude. This guy was livid, the dog was licking, and I don't remember if he said it urinated, but it was licking all the food.
Right, that's.
And you're not required, even though you should, wash the outer container of your food
Right,
before you put it in your fridge. But the employee could have went to the bathroom, not washed his hands. So there could be E. coli on the outside of that container, I think it's a chance you take, and I know most people don't wash the containers outside. I don't know,
that's.
but that said, I agree, we should make that.
It is, it's a
That would
slippery slope.
be-
It's difficult because most of it's training.
Right, but that would be like, if we're training employees, I guess we can correct and say, employees that have a supervisory role, because if the dog gets all the way to the register now, well, they've been all around the whole store, they're leaving, so why would that person want to say, it's like, it's a little, the cat already, we've got the.
Closing the barn door of the
Yeah.
horses right now.
Right,
That's-
right. Or the horse's back end is just leaving the store or the door, the barn, and you say like, well, should I? Whatever, I don't, I agree with that. We'll make sure that we have, the manager and maybe
Like a shift supervisor.
shift supervisor, and since it's mostly.
I mean, Home Depot has multiple means of entry.
Correct,
And there are signs at the front ones, but if they come in through the landscaping area or.
yeah, that one doesn't have it, the contractor does have it, they didn't have it there when that incident occurred, but you're right, the only place they can come in now is through, and guess what? It's spring now, so the garden center is open, so they can come in through the garden center.
Right,
Maybe we also
but I
say,
mean,
post that.
We've all seen, I've seen those people walking around the stores with the dogs in the little handbags too.
Right.
In the front of the basket,
Yeah.
the size of a gerbil, it's.
I thought one day there was this big white bag and it was open. But I couldn't see because it was a lady with a lot of hair. I thought maybe she had a nasal cannula. She had COPD, so I didn't want to startle her. So I snuck up on the side and I look and she's giving the dog chips, whatever we call them, into the bag from her pocket. So then when I said something, she did lose it because I was right there. And I'm not a quiet
Right,
person.
well, we just need
So-
to, make sure it's known.
And then she said to me, I don't have a dog in there. So I was gonna go and say, I don't care, but, and she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm gonna show you the dog. Obviously, you don't know you have a dog in there. You've been feeding. I said, I've been following you now. And she did turn around and go away. I don't think she left the store, but she's just trying to get away from me. So it worked.
I think putting
Yeah.
the stores on the spot
Right,
would be right. I think maybe like a letter with education, offering a class or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't want to put them on the spot. That's not good for business.
No, it is.
It's not good for the community. I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, it's all an educating
Yeah.
people.
So
People
let's
just gotta
do,
understand it's-
Trish, what do you think about, middle of April, our second meeting, or whatever it is? That too
Yeah,
soon?
that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine to the first week of May, something like that.
First week, okay.
Yeah, give me a chance to do
Yeah.
a little more research on it.
Yeah, let's give them
First meeting
some
in May,
time.
let's
Let's,
do that, first meeting in May.
yeah, first meeting in May.
I'm gonna reach out to the manager over at Whole Foods too, because they deal with it at their corporate level too. And
Okay.
the new manager that's there comes from their corporate office, so
Okay.
she knows what to do and say to her people, so
Okay,
it might even behoove us to have her speak a little.
yeah, that's fine.
Either that or it's the, controller.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think that's a
we,
good start.
we could invite Cindy too, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, our dog officer?
Yeah,
Oh, good luck.
yeah. But anyway, so when we made the animal, what was that called?
Bylaw?
Domestic animal.
The domestic
uh,
bylaw.
Bylaw.
Yeah.
you know, she said, I'm not doing enforcement of this. Because, you know, instead of just having dogs, she had every animal, but she actually did attend and she did help out with.
When we had
Bruce.
that problem,
When we had the problem in Weathersfield with 2 pigs, 2 goats or a goat.
3
um,
rabbits.
3 rabbits and what?
Half a
9
dozen chickens.
Half a dozen chickens. I think it was 9 chickens. Anyway, on an 8,000 square foot lot. And the neighbors that are around, she was there 7 years, but the first few years, no problem. What she said was, I had a couple of things no one knew. I said, see, that's fine. Why did you go create Old McDonald's farm, you know? If you just had 2 animals and they weren't legal because, you know, you didn't have to have a 300. She says, well, the pigs were supposed to be small ones, but they grew to 325 pounds. And she said they weren't big enough, but she did within 1 week get them both slaughtered.
Michael, the best part is she was able to circumvent the rule because one of the pigs was classified as a therapy animal by the doctor.
Yeah.
That she ate. Her neighbors were horrified that she ate her therapy animal.
Well, you know, if you take it to
Laugh.
the therapy,
She has
is
a
that like,
therapy pig for Easter.
Trish, it's sort of like this, if you eat the therapy animal, it's sort of like medicine, you know?
I guess so. All
I don't know.
right,
Anyway.
let's move on
Okay,
to the
So
next.
we're moving on.
Moving
So
on, yeah.
Let's
seven
move on,
ten,
please.
Mr. DePrado's unattended donation bins, he's not here. So, I mean, we can, you want to discuss it or
I'm
not?
still, I mean, we put the law in place to not
Right.
have bins on,
Correct.
you know, vacant lots, so we're gonna stick with that.
Okay, so let's do it this way here. Let's make a motion that no matter what he was gonna come up with, we were not going to alleviate unattended and undersized lots.
No, because of, there's no way to monitor trash daily
Correct.
and there
So-
could be a fire.
This is
So,
This is the one near Stop and Shop or near Advance.
Right by the auto parts store.
Advance
Because the
Auto
one
Parts.
down by Bellingham lumber's gone.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that worked.
There's 2 white bins on a small, it used to be a little used car dealership lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't ever had any problems, and the few times that there was stuff out there, it was gone within 24 hours.
I second,
Oh, well, okay, you want to make the motion? then?
make a motion, yeah.
That we're gonna not allow unattended and undersized lot bins in Bellingham by per regulation.
Make the motion.
Okay.
all right, I second that.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried. Great. Okay, we're done with that. Bruce, you can let him know.
Yeah, tell them that.
And, Okay, 7:10, also Earth Day plans. So we're still on for the 23rd, right, of April, which is a Saturday. And
And then
this is our,
the girls had a couple
all
little.
right.
Oh, you.
Oh, we
I
get
have
to
the one in
choose.
color. Any one of you guys get the one with color? They look better in the color.
Okay, well, I didn't get the color, but that's okay.
We're not looking right now. Oh, yeah.
You
those
have a
are
little green in there, right?
Oh, yeah, no, the ones in color are awesome.
Yeah. Okay, let's see, hang on. We have a
Those
lot.
are so cute.
Yeah,
I like
so let's do
the,
it. Let's do it this way. Which one do you like, Trish?
I like the colored one with all the colors and all the people around it. Oh, you can't
Oh,
see it
The
though.
number
huh?
one, the one that's marked as one, first one in the packet.
Okay. I was gonna say I like. the
Yeah, I
second
think I
one.
like,
Okay,
I think I like one, but I mean, it's up to you guys.
okay, what do you like? 1, 2,
I like the gray one.
okay,
Well,
so,
yeah.
okay,
I like number one. Number one's cute.
okay, we're gonna do number 1, okay?
Okay,
Number one, okay.
So if we pick number 1 as the,
and then we'll get some shirts printed.
yeah,
So
Earth
we're
Day
gonna do
slogan.
medium and large?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And
So
we'll
like
see, last
25
year,
Medium, 25 large or 50?
yeah, I don't know, is he still in business? Last year, or I think, or the year before, not last year, right?
I don't know who,
It was Treads, I don't know if he's still.
He moved, he's behind PJ's now.
Okay, so, you know, we could reach out, see if he wants to do that. Anyway, okay, remind, hang on a minute. Yeah, we want to remind Market Basket and Walmart if they can clean the detention area and the banking and where all the trees are around both places. Like Market Basket has a banking over near the old, used to be a bank back there, but it's not a bank anymore, but whatever. The one near the cemetery, they have stuff in the back. They have a little bit up front, but maybe we can even reach out to McDonald's because they have a little bit of section there strips of grass and lawn, or the bushes rather. But if we could really get the detention areas between Walmart and Moe's Grill, that one there is the worst. It was a little better. I think today I went by, I think the wind was so violent the last week or so that all the bags are long gone. They're probably on 485 now. But anyway, that said, we should look
I
out.
think we had sent something out to businesses before when we had Earth Day,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to, say something about doing their part to help us keep, our town clean. And I thought we did something like that.
I'll have Laura look.
Yeah,
at it
let's-
and see
why
if
don't
we
we
And
do
can
that?
get
ask and
a letter or
and
something.
asking them to clean out their storefront.
Right.
Yeah,
Remember we did something like that?
Yeah, I think we did do that, but I'm not sure, obviously, I mean, every business could do it, but if they're in a little mall like on Pulaski, you usually won't have any trash accumulating because it goes right across the road, down the road, and maybe into a person's yard where there's trees and bushes. But up near that end there, except for Market Basket, all the islands have bushes and trees. And then the back of it where the detention pot is and where now they parked all the snow, you can just see piles.
Can we use the sheriff's office to do like a work release program to get some of that area?
I don't know. I know Mass Highway, we no longer touch the
that's a
highway.
good idea.
Yeah.
Let me check. I think Don gets a couple crews, but let me
Okay.
find out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I was over in Blackstone, we used to do that all the
Yeah,
time. We had to,
And
they'd send over like a half a dozen guys.
Exactly.
The only thing we had to give them lunch, but that was.
Yeah.
hey, that's-
the other thing too is I think either Kelly or you, I don't know, or maybe it was Mike, because we didn't do it last year, reached out to the state, Mass Highway, they do the ramps, because we're not allowed to touch the ramps, it's their property.
Right, but I'm talking like you said, like the islands or something like that.
Right,
Maybe
right.
Somebody from like Norfolk County Sheriff.
No, you
Maybe
guys
we
all
do.
have to do public service.
That's fine, okay, that works.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see if we can do that, that's a good point.
yeah, not the ranch or anything like the islands.
No, I mean,
Right,
I
right.
used to find
Well,
all
I'm
kinds
saying
of
the ramps,
projects for
we
them.
could probably let
You
Mass
know, I
Highway
had them
know.
do
we're
some
doing it.
landscaping, I have them do trash picking, I had them,
The ramps are getting dirty, but they do cycles, and I'm not sure what the cycle is, but maybe if they do a cycle where it coincides with Earth Day, like that week. Or
Well,
the-
that's what, yeah, that's, I'm like, see if we can get.
I don't think they do it on the weekend, they usually do it during the week. See,
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah, whatever.
that's fine. They do it the
That's fine.
Friday before.
right, yeah, that's fine. That'd be a good idea.
might even be able to get them on a regular basis.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Just
Okay.
get them like a couple pieces.
Yeah.
No, I know, that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
And they're so happy to be out of the cage.
So, one other thing, just to flip back, we had this, thing from the state on dogs and food establishments and grocery stores. I did email that to Cheryl Sabara, our MAHB attorney. Haven't heard anything back. And then I also sent an email to MAHB requesting assistance. So I'm still waiting. I just want to throw that in before we put that one totally to bed. Okay, so 7:15 or later, sign the agent's contract. So
I got it in, but boy, what a horror show. I'm editing the daylights out of it.
okay,
I was hoping I'd be able to get them all squared away today, but
okay,
I
that's fine.
was
So
in the office with Trudy and,
we'll push that till,
yeah, I'll do it
next
for the
meeting.
next time.
okay.
I'm like 3/4 of the way through the food but I have both in, but it's, boy, what a mess when I
Okay.
converted.
Okay, so now, is it Robbie's food inspector contract we have to sign? Is that?
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm working on. the
Oh,
food
that's
and
not
the-
ready either.
That's what I have.
Okay,
I was able to get them in the OCR recognition, but
okay.
it was pretty bad.
So I guess both of those will be postponed till the next meeting.
A lot of editing to do because when it comes in and it doesn't recognize a word, it doesn't. So I'm using spell check, grammar check, and then putting it back in the order it's supposed to be and then justifying everything. It's,
Copy and paste.
yeah.
Do you think you'll have it done by the next meeting?
Oh, yeah. I'm like 3/4 of the way through the food. I was hoping to have that done, but it's just I was in the office with Trudy all alone
Yeah.
today and the phone was.
Yeah, it was like pretty empty in the office today, but I do remember calling in to Bruce and he said he was working on the Robbie's contract. And so
All right, so
We'll
let's
just
do
push
that
that
next
till the next meeting.
meeting.
So I guess next meeting will be the first April meeting.
What is the schedule for next one?
I don't know right now. We gotta go
We'll pull up a
14
calendar.
days from today. So what's the 22nd?
Are we doing the 5th? Are we doing?
Yeah, I guess it'll be the,
We doing
it's the
the
first Tuesday. The
Fifth.
fifth?
Yep.
That's
fifth
fine.
and the 19th next month?
Yeah, fifth
Okay.
and 19th, yeah. Okay, so we'll make it 5 April for that. Okay, so the other thing was goals, pets and food establishment. I guess that could be that document I just brought up. That's still, how do we call it, pending. And then federal food code stuff, that's part of that, so that'll be pending. But what you should do is, if it says just, okay, we'll leave that alone. So I guess those goals continue. And the other one that should, I see it was added in the minutes from last thing. We'll add in goals, outside oil storage tanks, liquid storage. If someone has a propane tank, I'm not gonna care. I don't care about that.
You're talking heating oil.
Yeah, we'll just put that as a goal that, until we get time to get to it. Hopefully, nobody will have a spill that'll cost them their life savings, because, the insurance doesn't cover it unless you buy the rider. And I was looking into that. The riders are not cheap.
No,
They can be,
I got a cost.
you can have a homeowner's insurance policy, depending on how much coverage you want, like replacement and, high coverage, because in some cases, if you have a business, you have to carry $1 million on everything. So your autos have to have $1 million, your home has to have $1 million.
That's right.
No, if you got a big house in Massachusetts or in Bellingham, a big house with land is worth close to $1 million. So, but that said, you could pay $2,000 for that policy. You could pay another $1,000. Well, one company said maybe $500, but they need, what they want is, I don't know who's paying for this, a full-blown inspection. They want a camera down this. They want to know the age of the tank. Don't like, really? Who's gonna do this? I'm just gonna say that for the most part, it's for my concern with groundwater. If you have a dirt cellar, that's to me outside. If you have a sump pump, that's sort of outside. But I'm not really thinking the Board of Health is gonna invade everybody's property. I'm saying we're gonna make a suggestion, but those that are sitting outside, you drive by their house, I'm saying, you know what? If I can see it, that's not staying there, because that one, maybe the one in the cellar is deeper in the ground, it can leak faster and nobody notices. But the one outside, I don't know, I just think that the one in the cellar is sheltered from moisture. It all depends. If you keep the tank full, water won't condensate in there. And the water goes to the bottom. So hopefully you have the new tank where the bottom spigot takes the water right out to the filter. And if you do your filter regularly, if not, it'll just shut the system right off. So it's easy. It won't rot the tank.
Right.
I mean, unless you had a tank abandoned for like 30 years and all the water kept condensating in there. But the inside of your property too doesn't go through cycles of hot and cold like the outside does. And unless you have that filled to the 275 right to the top, water's accumulating in the tank top, not the pipes. The pipes are immaterial. It's the curvature of that dome, which is 5 feet by like 30 inches. With that curve, that's a lot of surface area. And water will just get beat on that, then drop right in. And believe it or not, even if there's 275 gallons of water and 4 gallons of oil and 4 gallons of water, water's on the bottom and 275 is on top. People say like, no, it doesn't. I say, yes, it does. Water is heavier, more denser than fuel oil. So whatever. It's the same thing with gasoline tanks. Before they started making them poly or galvanized, they used to rot out. People just lose a gas tank full of fluid. Anyway, so we'll just add that as a goal. Home heating, let's say outside or underground. I don't think there's anybody has that. We work on that later. Okay, so Bruce, health agents update.
I don't think that insurance companies will insure houses if the oil tank is underground anymore.
Right, I agree with that. I think that went back in 99 or even earlier than that they were concerned about underground storage tanks. Because right now, if you have a new service station or an old, they have to be replaced. They have to be double walled and they have to have crushed stone with sensors and a cement, what they call
Monitor well.
it's almost like when you put a casket in the ground, it's in groundwater, you have to put those, what do you call them?
Anchors.
No, it's the vault. You have to put
Yeah.
a concrete vault in the ground for the new service station. And then fiberglass tanks, you have to have 12 inches of crushed stone all the way around with all the monitors. I guess in case, and by the way, all those lines, people say, what are those lines for? People think, wow, so in the wintertime, you don't slide. No, that's to collect anything that would leak and spill. Those little lines, they all go to like a little spot near the edge of the island, and it goes into a oil retrieval system. So, and you know, most stations, they close the bay when you spill gas, which is.
Mike,
Yeah.
did you see anything on the grant? I didn't
I
really
called-
see anything that was directly for,
I called twice and I got no response back.
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
I'd
I
say
definitely
that-
keep it on our goals and we'll keep
Yeah.
working on that and come up with a plan and maybe put it in the paper or something once we have a plan in place.
I mean, I did like one idea. I don't know who brought it up last meeting, or maybe it was the meeting before when Kelly was here. It would be nice if somehow we can attach to a state revolving fund. You know, it doesn't mean like if you're a gas station, you pay zero, but I think they help you with a lot of, because it hasn't breached yet. They help you with a lot of costs through a pollution abatement thing. So I don't know what they do, but if they were to, if you can imagine, someone could say, hey, my tank's 35, 40, 50 years old. I don't want to have it inspected. I just want to have it replaced. And it's going to cost, let's say, $700 for the tank and $700 to put it in. So let's call it $1,500 when it's all done, because you have to get a permit. If someone would say like, hey, you know, I'd be willing to do that for like, you know, if the state could kick in 3/4, you know, then the home would say, sure, I'll do it for $500. That's a no-brainer, you know. Because cleanup costs, the one that recently happened, not the one on Maple Street, that costs over $250. But that was an entire tank pumped into the storm drain and into the Charles River. The guy that had it in Medford, Mass, or something like that, was 25 gallons in his basement on the concrete floor. The floor had cracks. So it went in, that cost him $200,000. That I figured, it can't be right, unless he was in high groundwater. So I don't know. I couldn't figure that one out, but I could see 275 gallons costing 250,000, but I can't see 25 gallons cost. I do know there was 10 gallons once spilled at a restaurant. The guy was moving in. He hired a guy from scrap metal guy from Woonsocket to come in and take it out. The guy just started cutting the whole tank without realizing there was maybe 15 gallons of oil. So he spilled it into the basement and went upstairs, and the dog pet shop, we call it, groomer, smelled it. So fire department and I responded. That cost 13 grand from TMC to do, let's say 13 gallons. That's not too bad. I can live with that, you know, but I can't believe 25 gallons should cost more than 30,000. But 200,000 was they reported in the paper, so, or in the news rather. So I think that's crazy. Anyway, okay, so PetSmart, Bruce. retail-
Let's move on
Yeah.
to the,
I'm
Yeah,
not
sorry.
gonna go over there and just tell them to,
Yeah, tell them to either get rid of it
Yeah.
or put a separate case in there, because I
they can
think,
put a case without refrigeration?
correct, yes. I just don't want them to unplug it, because you know what's gonna happen, someone's gonna plug it back in, and we're not people's babysitters. And I don't want someone else reporting that there's food in there. I mean, actually, yeah, really, I mean, I guess we agree that if we take away one of the conditions, first of all water and all food is expiration dates on it. See, that's not
well,
gonna
I
change.
had suggested that they put in a vending machine instead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you had just a vending machine, just for one item, just soda or drink, not food, you wouldn't need a food permit, would we? I
No,
don't know.
they don't have.
Well, not
All
for
they
that.
have- all they have is water and.
So what I'm
soda.
saying is,
Yeah.
like Trish said, if they get a vending
Yeah, get
machine,
a vending machine,
right,
okay.
and you can tell them they can do that, and agreed, I don't know.
Robbie, I see
Robbie,
that
do
you're
they
on
need a
there.
food permit if they have one vending machine for liquids?
I'm honestly not 100% sure. Any of the places I know of that had the vending machines also coincidentally have another permit, like the the Walmarts and places like that, because those are the only ones I really know of that have them.
But do they have more than a vending machine, or is it just a vending machine?
No, yeah, that's what he's saying, that it's Walmart, so they already have a food permit anyway,
Yes, right.
you know? If they don't need a food permit for a vending machine,
Then let's offer them that. Or the other option is just put a regular chest and the stuff will be room temperature.
Right,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
okay.
you
And
know,
what's
you're drinking your water sometimes, it's in the car, or it's, you know, been out of the fridge. It's room temp. It's just because you need a liquid, sometimes just clear your throat, whatever. It's okay. Why don't you take
Okay.
care of that, Bruce?
Yep.
And then mobile food regulations. We brought this up for two reasons. The selectmen had brought up that there was something they wanted, and they were thinking of going to town meeting with it. And then I made a suggestion last meeting that if they just tell us what they want. First of all, they may not have been aware we have a mobile food regulation. And the only addition that we did to that was, I believe it's not only like we call it, ice cream and
No,
lemonade.
yeah,
All of them have to have a car now because they're mobile, and you could have kids, if they park at a, you know, even if they're selling hot dogs, if they park at a town park or in a town baseball field.
I mean, I can reach out to the board. and
The
ask
police
them if they
department
have-
wanted Corey, and now that's the first thing they do before they get their food permit here. They have to show us they went to the police department, got a Corey, then we fill out the check, we put the Corey thing into the, you know, the thing on the checklist. Then we have to have their food vendor, if they're a recurring one, we still have to inspect it. You know, Robbie, I guess you would do that.
Yeah,
Bruce.
Robbie or myself, we've. been
And
doing
then-
them,
They get their food permit, they pay their fee, and then they get a round sticker. So we have to make sure we still do that. Because
Yeah.
if we don't have a
Well, we do.
sticker with the date on it, we'll never know who's licensed or
Well, we've
not.
been giving them
Okay,
a business,
A
you know,
business
a
thing.
permit.
okay. But I kind of like the sticker idea because you can see it if somebody says, hey, they've never been inspected, whatever, I don't know. But we need to check our regs and then find out, you can reach out to Hillary or
Yeah, I was
Cindy,
gonna say, I'll reach out.
find
to-
out
yeah.
what they wanted, and you can look at it and say, oh, it's already in there.
Yep.
And you know, it just saves them. I haven't heard anything else about it, but I did hear it at one
I'll grab,
meeting.
Hillary's up in the office all the time,
Okay.
so I'll grab her.
Okay, so review a daily log sheets. Or sheet. That in here, Bruce, or not?
I've been keeping a journal,
Okay.
I don't,
We should, Laura, do we have those, like, remember the sheet that you had said was a continuing one we use?
I don't think Laura's.
Oh, she's not in here, okay, all right. Okay, well, let's try to keep, let's say, a log that we have every meeting, so, you know, what the previous 2 weeks, whatever, or. Yeah, I guess 2 weeks, or we could do it, you wanna do it every 2 weeks or monthly? How do we wanna do this, Trish? Mike?
Want this one?
Yeah, okay. Mike says every month, you figure that's good enough?
every month?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, 'cause, you know, what the worst case scenario, we've got 30 days to look at. And, you know, unless there's something in there that was like reoccurring, you know, we just want to see this, that there's some log. Okay, that's fine. And weekly scheduled task with notes. Okay, so this will be monthly. We'll just leave it that way. So, but we're recording this for.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So
I was able to,
the review of the daily log, turn that into a monthly review by the board.
Yep.
And then the weekly scheduled task with notes. Not sure. You remember anything on that, Trish? Was that is that more taking the abbreviated log or?
What
It
what
says
is-
weekly schedule of tasks with notes. So how's that different from daily log sheet? One's gonna be a duty, a thing, the other one's gonna be a task that's continuing? Okay, so,
Well, Laura had put a task sheet together of different
Okay.
things that have to be done at certain times.
that's.
oh, yeah, okay, so like supermarkets,
Yeah,
Um,
we have that,
that's
that's
fine.
an Excel
Okay, so,
spreadsheet.
Yeah, you have
okay, so we can look at that, you know, monthly as well. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't.
Quarterly
we-
maybe, or,
Well, okay,
I
okay,
mean, we gotta look at the inspection schedule and.
right.
Plan it out.
Yeah, I guess if you're doing supermarkets and it's quarterly, looking at every month till the quarter's up, you're not gonna see anything.
No.
So it's gonna show, we do have those sheets we used to get, and I think we still get them. On there it gives you the date where you have to have it done by.
Yep,
So I guess that could be considered
that's on that
a
spreadsheet.
task, I guess.
That's on the spreadsheet that Laura had put together.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that's not the same thing. Okay, so, how are we handling that now? We're gonna do weekly tasks, schedule of tasks. You wanna do that quarterly or do you wanna do that monthly?
No, we can just look at it monthly with everything
Okay,
else
so
that
We'll do
we're,
that one monthly. Okay, good. That, yeah, that's makes sense, because, you do
Everything-
look at daily and then weekly,
Uh.
and a monthly basis. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Okay. There are. Okay, we doing bills later, right?
Yeah, do the bills.
We do bills later, okay.
The-
You want to do
the-
plan reviews? first?
All the plans that were on there were put on base because they came in, but I hadn't had a chance to look at them
Okay, so,
before the agenda, but there are no plans that require a local waiver or anything. They're all plans that,
so if they were new construction, I think you've been signing those, if not,
Yeah.
we're signing. But these are repairs, Trish, that are not asking for any Title V variances, no waivers, like groundwater, distance to this foundation, distance to
Right.
property line. So since they're that way there, we're just
she
going
had
to,
just put them on the agenda because they had come
are
in.
they stamped?
They're stamped, I mean, if you guys want to sign them, that'd be my guess, but I mean, I was gonna
Okay.
sign them.
Do we want to let Bruce just sign off on those in this case?
That's
That's what I've been
Do we
doing.
want to sign? it?
if they're already right there in front of you, I would just have you and Mike sign them.
Okay,
But
There
it
you
doesn't
go.
have, then,
yeah, okay, good.
You can sign them.
And then I'll motion them in accordingly. Okay. Okay.
they're on the agenda, so you might as well just get it done.
You know what? You can motion them. They're on the agenda and then you just say that these are Title V repair plans with no waivers, no requesting, no variances rather. That's right. And then just give the address and that should work.
Or Title V repair plan for Lot 2 Railroad Street.
Okay. Okay,
I second that.
okay. All those in favor say aye.
All right,
Aye. Opposed, abstained, so carried. Okay, so you can sign that off after.
okay.
Okay.
15 Chase Street. Title V variance.
Okay,
Okay.
Second
All
that.
those in favor say aye.
aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried. Okay,
And 73 Hickson Street.
okay,
All right, I second that.
okay. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstained, so carried. So the only thing missing, Bruce, is 222 Hartford Avenue in there?
Yeah, I looked, I didn't see it in
It's
the.
not in there, okay. So we did Hexen and the other two, I guess.
Railroad, Hickson,
Yeah,
and
railroad.
Chase. I'm sorry, 20, I'm sorry, Hartford Ave, 222 Hartford Ave.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
It
I was
is.
looking at the owner's information.
Oh, okay, good, so it is in there.
It is
Yeah, I'm
in there.
sorry.
Okay, so do we approve that one or not?
Yeah, we, yeah.
We did, okay, fine, got it. Trish would give them to you, but you're gonna have a hard time signing them. But they're not stamped, Bruce?
There's a stamp on it.
Okay, good, okay. You find it?
No, I,
Okay, see if you can find it in there.
it should be, if not, I'll go get it
I don't know, Bruce.
Sign here. That's where I found it.
signed.
Yeah, that's where it says, sign here. Okay, this one might just be,
Let me go get it.
Sign here.
yeah. I don't see it on this one, Bruce. Okay, Bruce can take care of that. Do this and then good to go.
And then we just have a few bills.
Yeah, and we got something that is for training for me. So what I'm gonna say is, or it's a license fee for me. So I'm gonna abstain. Michael, make the motion, or you can. Then we have one for Bruce. He needs to take the training I'm on taking in April. Oh, you missed this one, Mike. Page
Oh,
4.
sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't see it. How
It's
is,
not on there, but it's because it was a late entry and I think Laura's been out. Yesterday and today.
so are you and Bruce both going?
I'm going to that one already. That's already been done, but Bruce needs to take that one. And then I have a license renewal. And since I'm now a special town employee, instead of it costing the town 100, I think we can get it for 75. So I think we're gonna approve it for 100 or 75, whichever one. They're gonna want a copy of that. We call that special employee status, which I don't know where it is, but there must be a copy somewhere.
I-
We'll send it in.
I would reach out to,
Call them. Yeah.
Approve mine too, but I haven't got the form yet. Vinny must have got his in the mail before I did.
Yeah, I did, and it's right here, so if we approve Bruce's, that I can vote on because not a problem. And that's,
so their septic classes.
yeah, that one's for septic. I'm on that one already. It's
But we have our-
$195 cost.
And license renewals too.
April 6th, yeah.
I was gonna get down to the post office. I didn't get
Right.
it until late
Yeah, so-
yesterday.
Bruce's mail is somewhere.
I mailed down to the post office.
Okay.
So do we need to, do I need to,
Hold on one second, let me just get this stuff done.
They make everybody's due at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
SEs and SIs,
That-
we're all
that's good.
scrambled to take these classes.
Yeah,
That last class we went to, there must have been 300 people there.
yeah, I think it's made that way just so that even if you come in late, you still have to do it on whatever that anniversary date. It's usually June 20th or 21st, whatever it is.
Does that have, does that got the stamp?
That's got the stamp. That one's good.
he
This
just,
one does have a stamp.
he just,
You need a clip, did you lose it?
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Hold on,
That's fine.
I found it. The runaway.
And do we, since Mike brought up, do we schedule a perk test for Railroad Street?
Yes,
Okay, good, fine.
April 4th.
Yeah, because while Bruce was gone, we had, what I would call, let's say, install a request that he talked the people want to put a pool in, so he talked them into, moving the septic where it's going to be a rebuild, a repair, moving it forward, way forward towards the street. And, he still has the setbacks met, but then he'll be able to keep the pool away from the septic leach field by a certain distance. And the test pits were done real close to the side of the house. So I said, well, if you move it, you have to redo everything. And then the engineer's on board to just simply, Bruce will witness it, the engineer will witness it, draw up the plan. It'll come before the board. What we'll do is we're gonna approve a previously approved plan, just relocating into the new test pits for primary and reserve area. So that'll be a no-brainer. And I said to the person, sure, you can do it. I said, but you have to wait till we have a new perk schedule. I said, I did offer Mr. Donatelli. He said, no, I'll just wait for Bruce to get back. He says, it's not an emergency. Anyway, so that's this one. Anyway, that's Railroad Street 6, I think. Is it 6?
Yeah, they just gave it a new number, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Lot 2,
Lot 2, okay, whatever, either way. So anyway, so now, we have bills,
yes, where's the
and
bill?
then we'll do this at the same time. Let's do it this way here, Michael. Oh, actually, we get with this one, which is Bruce. We can do that, and then, this one's for me, so let's make the motion to pay the license renewal for, my name, Vincent 40 for, either 100 or 75, depending which way the NEPOC accepts it. We can do that one first, and then we can do the other bills.
I don't think they limit it to just one out in your office.
No.
If you're, actually, I think if you're a Board of Health member, you also get that.
No, it says right in there, no. I tried it every year before, nope.
Oh, really?
They said, nope, you have to pay the
But
100.
you're a special employee now, so.
Now I'm a
yeah,
special
now you
employee,
get
so
standing.
I'm trying to save this town $25.
all right, motion to approve, renewal for Vincent Forte's certification of either 100 or 75
For septic.
Okay.
for septic inspection.
I second that.
I'll abstain.
Then I gotta do the same one. I haven't got my form yet.
Okay, so,
If you approve it, then if we can,
All right, motion to approve Bruce Wilson's, septic class,
septic inspection.
septic inspection class.
I can
Okay,
second. Okay. go
I
ahead, Trish, you
second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
All right,
Aye.
And then I should also be getting the system, what do you call it, soil evaluator,
Right.
which would
Yeah.
also be 75.
But that'll be coming in when, is that already coming to you?
I haven't got the mail, but they usually do them at the same
So
time.
do I need to sign these?
No, what happens is, once they're approved,
Okay,
they'll be,
You have to get the certificate to go with it.
Okay.
correct. What happens is, make sure, I think I gave her the original one. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay,
Actually, you know, it does make a difference. Probably, this is the original. It doesn't make a difference. When
You have
they're
to-
ready to do this, I have to attach the thing.
you have
and
to
then-
show your CEUs, right?
Yeah, so we'll leave this with this, and then once the town cuts a check, I guess they do a check.
Put it all together, yeah.
Have them send it up to Laura and then have her let me know. I will be in on the 7th of April. Because that's a Thursday. I give them my certificates and this can go in early. There's no reason to wait to the end,
No,
just in case they lose it.
Yep.
So that's squared away.
Ben, you want me to sign all these or do the motion?
You gotta do the motion for each one first.
All right, motion for the Amazon invoice for $3.99.
Okay, I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. Those abstaining, so carried, okay.
Motion for WB Mason for $75.96.
Okay, I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, so carried.
Motion for Steve Donatelli, SD Septic LLC for $100 for 2 hours of work.
Okay, I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, abstaining, so carried. Good, we're all done. Yeah, Steve filled in for Bruce to do a perk test. So,
If we were to sign all these.
yeah, you just sign for, whatever, somewhere, and then I'll sign it after you do it. You can just leave them in. And then there's payroll, you just sign in there.
Okay.
And it's just,
Just sign anywhere or?
let me just see.
I'm not the department head, am I?
No, you see the 3 lines? Like,
Oh, gotcha, I'm
let's
sorry.
see, who's this one for? Okay, as long as I'm not on there, I'll sign here.
I usually signed on the off weeks.
Yeah, and then you'll sign there. And then that was that.
You saw yours in it too, right? Vinny? I
Yeah.
put it, is it in there?
Yeah, mine's in there. I can't sign now, so you're just gonna let that go.
You know, why don't I sign it then?
Okay, you can sign.
Then you have 2 signatures.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 2 signatures. That's one say my name or not?
This is yours. man.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I can sign this then.
You had the 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this week, even though it won't go in, it could have gone in today, but I didn't have a chance to do it. So that'll go to, that'll go to Laura next week. So
Yep.
it'll be in the next, it'll be on the 5th. So here's Trish package.
Okay.
Take that. So now we got betterments. Okay, so. Well, let me tell you how you'll do this here. All right, what are we approving here now? Just the. Hang on, let me look at the directions here. Oh, we got betterment loans, so I guess the way I would do this, Mike, is like to make a motion to approve the betterment loan for. How do we say it? I gotta find it, which one it is there.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, 89 Patricia Drive, is that right here? No,
No, it's 35 Farm.
Yeah, 35 farm.
35 Farm, yeah, but I gotta find the right one. Let's see, 35 Farm. here. This says, okay, and then,
Here, let me see if I'm putting it on for you.
this says 89. I think so with that. Okay. This is 35 Farms. That's to make a motion to approve the betterment loan application. This is only the application for 35 Farm Street for Diane and David Grillo. And that's all you have to do. If it's a plan, usually we give it the lot number or whatever it is. And then the same thing would be for, this one's an application. They're all applications.
Gotcha.
Good. So,
All right.
so it's not the loan, it's just the application.
These are the
for loan.
recording fees.
That might just be me for saying.
Motion to approve the betterment loan application for 35 Farm Street.
Is there not their W-2, is it that,
Yeah, it should be, yeah, look at that, make sure it's under 150K. 1040 rather. Yeah. And then
1040, yeah,
Just remember who it's for, too, this one.
Under 150.
Yeah, it should be a 1040 thing there. Forgot. Thanks, Trish. Forgot about that.
and then just a reminder to make sure that their house has not been listed or
Yeah.
currently listed in the last 6 months.
Would
'Cause
that
we
be,
got-
they have to fill that out, right? We should look at the application, make sure.
Yeah, it
they-
was just to Google the address and see if it's listed or,
What is the address again?
35 Farm.
Okay, I could check.
thank you.
Yeah, this one's under 150.
So you made that motion, or you can make,
I'll make the motion for
Okay.
the farm, 35 Farm for the application.
okay. Or you can do David and Diane Grillo.
David and Diane Grillo.
Okay, you're on, Trish.
All right, I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried. Perfect.
You get 205 Blackstone?
So Robbie's looking at that
Okay,
one
I
and
got
so we'll
12
have
right
him.
You got it? Okay.
Just look at the 1040 thing and then.
I'm looking.
In some cases, when someone's been very close, like 150 or 149 or 151, they've come in and usually if it's, let's say with under 5,000, we'll just waive it, you know. But, you know, if they're up at 180 or 170 or 160, probably not gonna waive it. I guess technically if it's 151, we shouldn't waive it, but I don't know. I've had someone come in just at the, like 1,000 over, you know. And it was a year too where they got some kind of bonus, so big raise, so.
Motion on the floor to approve the application for Catherine Mason, 205 Blackstone Street.
All right, we'll have Robbie look at that one too, if he doesn't mind.
Okay. Okay,
Make
yeah,
sure
so
that
we should wait until,
Farm Street is all set.
Okay.
I'm just doing them on the spot. Hold on one second. I'll look up Blackstone.
All right, thank you.
205 Blackstone, Robbie.
we've had that happen before where Kelly caught it because,
So you're going to sign, just sign on the back, or am I holding
let
on?
me just see, hold on, the application, I'm not sure who's signing it.
It says on the back, but she's going to sign here, tab.
Yeah, okay, so since that's,
This one doesn't. have it.
yeah, since that's like this here, then I will just.
You can
sign.
sign, right?
Yeah. Too much. I like that, 22 March, 22.
Blackstone is all set as well.
All right.
You want to second that?
Yep, I second that. Thank you, Robbie, for doing that.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried.
Robbie, I just text you the other two if you want to keep looking, 40 Payne and 46 Block.
Sure.
Check your text.
I'll wait for you, Robbie.
Trish, I can't recall. There's one line there. Was it the chair that signs it or does the other member sign below it? I don't remember.
What,
On the
what's,
application, only one line?
I think it's just the chair.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I thought. Okay. I know that there's one other place, like I think on that deed thing, I think it's only the chair and, no, that's the whole thing. Because it's got the whole board of health here.
So one is the chair and then there's another one that's the three, right?
Right, that's when we registered the lien against the betterment lien against the property. That's the whole board.
Okay.
No, here it says approved, right? Do I sign below this one? Whoever signed, that's not my signature. And that he can sign, because this is,
Street is all set.
Payne's all set?
Yes.
Okay.
sign down there.
Motion on the floor to accept the application for 40 Payne Street.
Okay, I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried. Thank you.
Robbie, now we're on to 46 Box Pond.
Put it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it back in the
that's
folder.
fine.
Keep them
Yeah, keep them together.
together. Gotta stay organized.
You're gonna keep it. We're almost done. Wow, geez.
You know, I got
Oh, what is it? That was.
Yeah, I think that's the registry fee.
Yeah, we have
Thank
to,
you.
we have to.
Motion on the floor to accept the application for
We have to
46
motion it.
Box Pond Road.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, abstained, so carried. Okay, so what you gotta do here?
I had signed that so it could get recorded.
Right.
I figured you guys can just approve it.
So this one here, you're gonna make a motion to pay Norfolk County Registry of Deeds. It's on your your agenda,
Yep.
$212.
Motion on the floor to sign the Norfolk County Register of Deeds, $212.
I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, so carried. That's it. Yeah, you signed that. It was just that we had
I
to,
wanted to get that.
we had to
recorded.
approve the bill for this plot. That's fine. That will work.
All right, what do we got? We're done?
I think that is our agenda is complete. So,
And then we said we're gonna do April,
yeah, April 5th. Yeah.
okay.
So motion.
Motion to adjourn.
I second that.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. Opposed,
Aye.
abstained, carried. We're
As
adjourned.
they say,
Have a
Not
great
bad.
adios amigos.
38 minutes.
Adios.
Actually, we started 2 minutes after. 36 minutes. Wow. Geez, that could be a world record.
What do you mean 36 minutes?
Oh,
8:10.
oh, 8:10.